to 34 days of Lingus Royal Rumble, where we give you 34 days of Royal Rumble.
In a row?
All the way live, baby. All the way live. I'm Cav Manning. He's Fausty Walnuts. It's now time to give you the rundown of the Royal Rumble 2003.
PlayStation 2 presents the Royal Rumble.
Two, Faust. Fuck.
So
I was actually looking up today what was backwards compatible with 5. Mm-hmm. And I'm disappointed. I'm like, I want to play an old Madden. Sorry.
I won't go back that
No,
far.
won't go back to 3. Like, fuck off. Because that's how far back Madden was decent to play, and I wanted to play.
That's how long ago it was
That's
good.
how long. I wanted to play the one with Drew Brees on the cover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I would just want to do franchise. And I go, that's a good one to do it on. Mm-hmm. Fuck. I'm like, do I got to break out my fucking PlayStation 3? I have PlayStation 5, and I'm breaking out PlayStation 3. Fuck. Go ahead.
But I thought franchise mode was supposed to be improved this year.
Yeah, they lie to us every fucking year, Faust. And the same way I tell a woman, yeah, I'm going to stick around, is what they told me with man. Go ahead.
From the Fleet Center in Boston, Massachusetts, in front of 15,338 fans.
Michael Cole and Taz from SmackDown on commentary.
No frosted tips, but here's the turtleneck.
JR and King are doing Raw. And like I said, it took 3 years. And Taz is now on commentary.
That's amazing.
3 years. Oh no, Faust. Oh no. It's brand split time.
It is.
15 from Raw, 15 from SmackDown to face the champion of their brand. And now, Faust, it's WWE.
Yeah.
We are now in a different world.
Now jump the shark.
We have gone through everything now. We don't know what's going on. I'm confused by everything. I don't know where I am. This is just not right, Faust. I can't handle this in life. Imagine a time when the WWF would lose to a fucking wildlife fund and have to remove their name. You go, this is not fucking likely. Well, I'm changing the channel. This is too crazy. It's not even logical that would happen.
You know, anytime they show those World Wildlife Fund commercials, my wife loves to give me shit.
I was going to say she giggles and laughs at you for it.
Yeah, and I just fucking glare at her.
They fucking ruined what the fuck I had here. All right. You see guys like HBK are back now.
Yeah.
After a long stint off. And Brock Lesnar is there again. Not again, but first time he is there now. To get to the Rumble, this is what this match is. And I went, opening match, my God. My God, Kitty. Big Show against a fresh face white meat baby face. Brock
this guy
looked like a youngster out there.
He's got baby fat on him still.
Yeah, I'm like, look at that. Fuck. I go like, let me pinch your cheeks. Come to me, Brock Lesnar.
Clean shaven. Yeah.
No ponytail, yeah.
No dick tattoo on his fucking chest.
No big cock on his chest. And now when I look at his chest, I think of, how many cocks have been on your chest?
Oh. Just Sable's. What?
Thank you. Sable's cock's been on his chest? Where's my Sable is old sign? Go ahead.
Was this a street fight? Why is Big Show wearing jeans out there? Did he forget his gear?
You know
What's
what?
going
That's
on?
a fucking. I wonder.
Just going
Did
for a
you
new
think
look.
about that? Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. And you see, like, I think you got a haircut now.
And can
like,
we talk?
Go ahead.
Yeah, can we talk about Paul Heyman's fucking? He always wear that ugly Yankee set. I mean, it's one thing to wear a Yankee set, but this is just an ugly Yankee set.
Well, it's got to have the hole in the back to stick his skullet fucking ponytail.
And his ponytail is long.
And it's thin because it's only. You imagine him waking up in the morning, looks like one of these Talibans that they pulled out of a hole. Hair looked like a wild scientist. They should have fucked with him and had him do a comb over. You're like, fuck it. You want to keep that fucking hair?
Yeah.
Pull it all the way to fuck around and then spray it, wrap it, and leave a fucking friar tuck in the back. I would have paid him to look at that. Oh, God, yeah, that long hair, which, I mean, yeah, losing your hair is not a fun fucking thing in life, but Faust, it was gone.
He was holding on to that as long as
I don't even know what he was holding on to. It was only the sides.
He's like, fuck it. He's like, fuck it. I got no hair on the top. I'm just going to grow what I have left in the back as long as I can.
Fuck you. I'm a rock and roll guy, baby. I'm keeping fucking long hair. It wasn't even until
how long ago did he finally get rid of the ponytail? Because remember, he had a short
ponytail. It was a while. It was very recent. Within the last 3 years?
3 or 4, maybe. Yeah.
Fuck. Man, I'm sure it killed him to do it, too. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is that he doesn't just buzz his fucking head either. He's an older guy. It looks better this way, to tell you the truth, than if he would be shaved bald. I think it looks better this way, even though it's gray as shit and he's got to dye it. So this is Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, which I was like, wow, I had to sit here watch the whole match because I go, this is like a main event somewhere, or it was. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, 2 monsters. Big Show with Paul. Yeah, winner gets into the Rumble here. Paul is knocked off the apron by Big Show. He always take a soft bump too, Faust.
Yeah.
It's always a very soft bump. F5 on Big Show, always impressive to see.
Oh, man, yeah.
Even though it feels like I think it's going to be a lot easier than it is, but he still has a heart. Like, he can't spin the fucker off him. Right. It's a slow twisting throw. It's not a fucking, let's see how many times I can make a fucker rotate. And Brock Lesnar wins this match. He's in a Rumble. Terry, now an interviewer in the back.
Yeah.
Marlena Terry. And she's in the back with Jericho, who has number 2 because HBK is number 1.
So he voluntarily wanted number 2.
He want to beat up Michaels.
He wanted to get his hands on Shawn, yeah.
I don't like, Faust, when I know people's number. I don't want it. I don't want to know. Now we go with who's 1, who's 2. We know who's 30. Someone won this, so they're this. You're like, what? Fucking leave it alone. I don't want to fucking know.
I want a surprise.
Yeah, I like a surprise, Faust. Dudley Boyz versus Storm and Regal, who are the Raw Tag Team Champions. Storm and Regal, Faust, are the Raw Tag Team Champions. These are the new shit belts, by the way.
Ugh, gross. And what's funny, here's a callback to last year, or should I say yesterday. I mean, the fucking referee's checking Regal for nucks.
He's still with the nucks. He's still busy and with the power of the punches, they say.
Yeah.
I guess the Dudleys were the Deacon and Bubba, as he still stayed, right before this, because now they're back together. They go, they're back together in November. They got back together.
They're like, yeah, that didn't work. Let's throw them back together.
And I'm like, it didn't even go a calendar year because we don't ever see that there's a Deacon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, okay, short run. Who even remembers that Storm and Regal were a team?
Not me.
No, I don't know if it's. I was telling this to Billy the other day. I go, I don't know if it's that I don't care, that I'm forgetful now. And he goes, I think it's you don't care anymore. And I go, yeah, but this is the old stuff. You think I would have retained and then not care about.
If you would have told me Christian and Lance Storm, I remember them as a tag team.
Un-Americans, right? Because it was some weird shit. No. Now they were throwing people together just to have a team. So it was like, okay, great.
It helps if they have a team name because then you remember the team.
100%. And this was the era of we need a tag team, put them together.
Right.
And it's everybody was singles. Regal's still busy with the Knucks. Devon gets them from Regal and uses them. Val Venus is now Chief Operating Officer Morley now.
Yeah.
How things change. They went from RTC Sean Morley to then back to Val Venus.
And now
now he's the COO or whatever, the chief
of staff.
Oh, fuck. Hey, that's funny. They should have called his dick Staff. Chief of the staff. They can't make up their mind. He shows up to help the bad guys. Dudley's win. 16-time champions. Nathan Jones promo about how he was in jail. He's coming soon.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed.
This guy was going to be a monster.
Me too. And how weird is the end of the promo? He goes, "I'm Nathan Jones. Good day." So it was like almost weird. Creepy, like fucking. Yeah. You're like, "Oh yeah, how are you? I'm gonna kill you." And it was like,
was it the monster of Bagger-Row?
Bagger-Row. Monster of Bag of Vance is coming up. Stepmother versus stepdaughter match.
Is this a porn or?
I got some notes here for us. Dawn Marie versus Tory Wilson.
Dawn Marie's got a veil.
It's great. She comes out with a fucking veil. Dawn fucked Al Wilson to death. This is insane. They have Al in a casket, and they have a viewing. Mm-hmm. The EMTs are working on him while he's being dead because he fucked too much. Dawn smashes a lamp over Tory's head as she's at her father's casket crying.
That was wild.
So, what is Dawn using Al for? What could he possibly ever do for her? Because Tory's like, you're being used. I want you to be happy, but I'm fucking her every day, and she married. It's not like he has money, and this was not a storyline that he had money.
So I read a note about this. It says Dawn Marie later said that the storyline was supposed to continue with Tory Wilson. Supposedly, Tory's brother was going to get involved, and attorneys for a battle over Al Wilson's estate.
But if they ever said he had anything,
they never acted like he was rich.
He's a normal guy.
And then they just said, "Fuck this." They just
my God, this is them. Fuck it.
Maybe they got uncomfortable about it. I don't know.
They had Triple H fucking someone's brains out.
I know. I'm worried about this. This has got to be that era, right? The Katie Vick.
It's got to be coming up. Yeah. The best looking woman to ever be in wrestling, Faust, and she's still gorgeous. I love me some Tory Wilson. She was on my list for the all-time Miss Lingus. Remember?
Do you look at her mouth and think about Alex?
Billy Kidman. Alex. Oh yeah, it was Alex Rodriguez too. But back then, it wouldn't have been touched. Yeah, it would have been Billy Kidman's. And I imagine Billy Kidman's horn on her clit because his nose reaches all the way. Big long fucking nose.
He stimulated it.
I think Mandy will follow suit.
Williams?
No, God no. She'll run the opposite way. Sue William. She's gonna follow this, and I think she will stay in shape. She's like that fitness. You into fitness, Faust? I wish they were into fitness. And I think she'll get a little plastic surgery. Mm-hmm. I think she will do this. I don't think Tory does the plastic surgery other than titties, of course. Yeah. Maybe they get a little bit of Botox. Maybe they get a little Botox a little bit. Mm-hmm. So I like to get Botox a little bit. Whatever. But I think she's like, you could see that she has age on her. Yeah. Now, but oh so please, Faust, you'd marry tomorrow. You'd cheat on your wife in front of your wife. You'd go, honey, insert me into Tory Wilson now. I wouldn't do the line acknowledge me. Mine's insert me. Faust, I'm gonna have a shirt. Insert me. Oh my God. Holy Christ, insert me. Oh, man.
Where were we?
Shit. So, Tory Wilson wins. Hall of Famer, mind you. Hall of Famer.
Yeah, that's right.
Hall of Famer.
So, Tory's crying, and Cole says... I don't know why, but this line I thought was funny. Cole says...
pass out. Chicago, insert me.
Chicago, I am now inside you.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to say that to the Duchess. I'm gonna lay in bed and go. She go, why you look at me like that? Insert me. Too bad we can't have titles on these shows. So it would be Royal Rumble 2003. Insert me.
Put in the notes.
I might put it in the notes. Oh my God. Go ahead. What did you say?
I was trying to get out. Michael Cole says, Tory Wilson, she got the win, but it won't bring back her father.
That's a shame. Oh, wow. Oh, man. And then he really did die years and years, like very recent.
Yeah.
Like 2 years or something like that. Yeah. A young Randy Orton with Bischoff in the back.
Yeah. Speaking of young, fresh meat.
Yeah. Thank you. Stretch of meat. Stephanie shows up. Eric says he has an atomic bombshell. And Stephanie says she has the same for SmackDown. So on Raw and SmackDown, there's going to be 2 bombshells. I don't know.
I forgot to go back and look up.
I was hoping you were to go look it up, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, but this is when they were having the GM wars. Yeah. Bischoff versus Stephanie.
Sean O'Hare with a promo. And I have no idea what the gimmick is because he's like a motivational speaker, but he's saying how like God isn't real, basically.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It is fucking odd. It's odd. Okay.
Sean O'Hare I thought he had a cool look, and I'm surprised they weren't able to do more with him.
Yeah, they didn't do shit.
Him, Matt Morgan. There was guys in that era that were like,
what the fuck is wrong with you?
Dudes, like 6'6".
They were all big and cut. Yeah.
And they just.
And it's not like they were fucking garbage in a ring, but I could see Sean O'Hare not with that personality. Him and Jindrak kind of was like.
It was O'Hare. They had Piper with them for a minute, right?
Yeah. It was real quick. They're trying anything they could. Mm-hmm. Triple H and Scott Steiner saga. There's pose downs and arm wrestling and push-ups. I'm like the size that I'm Triple H, a big boy. Mm-hmm. The arm different. Like it wasn't just a blob of an arm for Steiner. It's a fucking ball on top of a muscle. It's fucking bizarre.
It really is.
It's probably horrible. Now you see what it's now. It's a mess.
Yeah.
And he's tattooed the fuck out of himself. And I think it's to hide it.
Yeah.
I think it's 100% to hide shit because he had his whole chest tattooed because his chest was shit.
Right.
Like he had that middle piece.
Yeah.
So he had a big heart in the fucking middle of a sword or fucking. It looked like the Shawn Michaels logo. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
You saw Brock Lesnar's. He was like, oh yeah.
I need a sword on my chest. It's like the dragons joke, Faust. Fucking. When I get married, I want the Chinese ladies. I want my husband to have a dragon tattoo, and the one goes, "When I get married, I want my husband's dragon on his arm." And they go, "Oh." The next one go, "When I get married, I want my husband's dragon on his back." And the third one goes, "When I get married, I want my husband's dragon on the floor." Thank you. Oh my God! This show might go into the Freebird section, Faust. This is a wild one here.
It really is. We haven't even started talking about Scott Steiner's thong yet.
Oh, it was purple too. What if I think so?
It was.
Yeah. Steiner always scared me. I always thought he was more like a real life fucking maniac. Yes, yeah. And I would like to ask Bischoff next time I talk to him. I might ask him about Scott Steiner. Be like, how fucking frightening was he?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm like, I don't know, maybe he's as normal as could fucking be. And it's like, well, I'm a good actor.
Yeah.
Steiner
so wants to work with them too, so you can talk to him.
Yeah, he did. I probably get more out of it from there. Steiner. It's
always like, do we want to give Steiner a live mic?
I know he would. I go fuck, and I think he would do like, oh, I gotta say crazy shit on purpose because just because and be like, fuck, I'm sorry, I gotta do this, but I'm doing it. Like, don't tell anybody, just fucking do it.
It amazes me that I think he sold it, but a few years ago he owned a restaurant, and I'm like, I just can't picture Scott
Shoney's,
Steiner.
Right?
Yeah, Shoney. Because I'd hear Conrad always joke around about it, and he would read Yelp reviews for it.
Were they always shitty too?
No, I mean, he would just like fuck around and just be like, hey,
Well, because he tried to sue him for the Sharpie fucking t-shirt.
Oh, that's, yeah.
Because it said Steiner, but it was written in like it said Sharpie because he shoved Sharpies up people's asses or something. Yeah, good Lord.
That was the rib.
Here's a rib. I'm going to shove a fucking marker up your ass. I use those smelling ones, but then they smell like shit afterwards.
Yeah.
This is a mess of a match. Steiner he falls down.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a drop foot. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that's what it was.
It was bad. I'm like,
that was
and I like Scott. I wanted him to be the champion too.
Yeah, Steiner was recovering from drop foot syndrome.
That is a weird thing.
Where one of his feet was partially paralyzed, and then Triple H had a partially torn quad. So this wasn't even one of his full blown.
And then how do you fucking go, well, if I do something, it might completely tear off? Fuck this.
Is probably why this was a mess. And after this, Steiner didn't really do shit.
No, disappeared into the night.
They just said, yeah. Okay, yeah. So after this, Steiner had a rematch at No Way Out. That was shorter and wasn't pushed after.
Is this the one where he jumped off the ring apron and just fucking fell on his face? Remember that one?
Might have been it.
Yeah, he just jumped off to like double axe handle, but he missed and flattened himself. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then after that, he worked a lot of shows with Lance Storm, and Lance Storm said, "Yeah, they pretty much told me just get whatever you can out of him."
Wow. Good
said,
Lord, that guy of all things. I mean, that has money written all over him.
Yeah. Well,
Constantly Triple H trying to get counted out or DQ'd. Finally, Sledgehammer for the DQ. After Steiner gets him in the recliner, won't let go. Officials have to come in to stop him. So Steiner won the match.
yeah.
And so they would go on to the next thing, which we just heard got blown off. Benoit versus Angle for the WWE Championship. Angle has this team Angle with him, Benjamin and Haas. They're ejected, so they can't be ringside. Angle's bald now.
Oh, yeah, he's bald.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Did you like this version of the belt?
No.
Of the title?
No.
I never liked this title.
No, I haven't liked since I was... I mean, anything since Winged has been a problem for me. Even when they made the Giant Winged, I was like...
I didn't like that giant one either. Yeah,
too
the one like
big.
Austin had, it was bigger.
Big,
It was like
round.
the dark blue strap.
No, apparently that purple was...
Yeah.
They said it wasn't purple. It was like from sweat and baby oil.
Oh,
It turned the fucking strap
right.
that color.
Yeah.
I had that thing. I sold that to a fucking a military guy who was overseas. He was in like Iraq or Afghanistan. Really? And I wanted him to send a picture back holding the belt over there. Never fucking did. No, probably wasn't even there. But I did send it to over there. So what the fuck? Angle's bald. Like I said, the match of the year. This fucking thing. This thing is a great fucking. This is one of those two I let sit on because it was so fucking good. Benoit taps out. Fucking taps out. And you don't see a good guy tap out. Standing ovation afterwards.
Yeah.
Rumble time. HBK number 1, like we said. Jericho number 2. Christian comes out as Jericho.
That was good.
And so HBK's ready for it. And Jericho then comes in from behind. Ball shot. So now he's down right off the bat, right? So you get a chair shot. He's now bloody. He's beat up and thrown out. HBK, first one, he just beat the shit the whole time, chucks him the fuck out.
Get out of here.
Ooh. Nowitzki, number 3, who goes, hey, you shouldn't use that chair on HBK's head. It's bad. Do it. Number 4, Mysterio. Matt Hardy, version 1, Faust. Matt Hardy strongly dislikes mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Do. Rosie.
He had his MFer with him, too, right?
Yeah. Shannon Moore was with him, yeah. Who, which was funny because he reminds me a lot of the Rhea Ripley. I go, all of a sudden you're some dark goth tattooed. What the fuck happened to you? You know, and I'm like, I never buy it. I'm like, I don't buy it. You're into that shit. But to do all that shit to yourself. Rosie and 3-minute warning music has changed. I'm bothered.
Yeah.
I'm bothered. I go, what
Rosie
the fuck?
Reigns. I like the other music.
3 minutes and we're out of here. Yeah, fucking, I like that too. But they had something different.
And I see Rosie. I'm like, man, he really does look like Roman.
Odd to see Rosie knowing he's Roman's brother because he looks like him swollen. He looks like he ate Roman Reigns, is what he looks like. Cena, first time we see.
Yeah.
Raps on the way to the ring. I'm like a swollen penis. You can't beat me. I said, oh, snap.
JR even
full
says,
jeans.
Huh?
Full jeans.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Wasn't no
Bottoms
jorts.
were cuffed, but full jeans, yeah.
And JR even says, this kid's got a lot of potential. He's a future main eventer. Wasn't wrong.
Hey, that's a blue chipper right there.
No,
He like this. I had no idea Jamal Umaga is Rikishi's brother.
Yeah.
No fucking clue. And the rumor, which is funny because I listened to something, I believe, at the same exact time that this is on. The rumor is they made him, because he hurt people too much, they made him take the stink face from his brother. Yeah. And it's JR's show, and he goes, that was bullshit. He goes, it's bullshit. He goes, so he was forced to be in one of the most popular spots that everybody pops for.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So I watched the clip where they hurt Pat Patterson. And this is what they say he was punished for. It was from Raw the night before. Not night before, whatever.
Yeah.
Pat separated his shoulder. And I'm like, okay, let's see how rough. And they fucked him up, right? Because they were saying they were a little rough with people. Maybe a little too much of a slams or what, a little tough. It's a normal as can be Samoan drop. He just happens to be fucking land on his shoulder, apparently underneath. It's like there is no, he's a little deep. There's nothing different. There's no, I'm going to throw you up and catch you and fall down. Samoan drops him, nothing weird. And you see him like moving his shoulder like Pat's like shit. And he pulls him with his fucking arm too. I'm like, oh my God. It probably helped put it back in. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So let's see. For HBK comes back to attack Jericho.
Sore loser.
First time we get Batista. And I love the shoulders on Batista. Ooh, look at his shoulders. It's like he stuffed, tennis balls in his fucking shoulders or cantaloupes, one of the, something great.
And he does look so different too, seeing him with like hair and
jet black hair.
Tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah. Faust, handsome. This guy. Brock, number 29. Taker, number 30, with the best music that Taker's ever had.
Yeah.
Faust, you've done it now. I enjoy Taker with this biker get. I don't care what anybody says, Faust. I enjoy biker Taker. He done it now. I like it. You're not fond. You're not fond.
Nah.
No, you don't know what you're talking about though. So I take it no nothing from it. Maven drop kicks Taker and starts celebrating, going 2 years in a row. I got him out of here. I like this. I like that spot.
Yeah,
Taker
good.
turns around and chucks him the fuck out. RVD and Kane take out A-Train, and then Batista's on the ground, and Kane says, "Why don't you hit the ropes? I'll press slam you on top of him." And he says, "Okay."
Sure.
Modern day spider, the scorpion, and the fucking frog. No problem. No problem. He picks up RVD and throws him over the fucking top rope. And he's like, "Oh, man." And Kane, well,
I'm a demon.
What do you expect? I'm a scorpion. I'm a demon. Final four. Taker, Brock, Kane, and Batista. That's a final four, Faust.
Yeah.
I agree. I'll agree with
I would say
Notice no Austin. That's Brown.
Yeah. Watching this match, I was like, other than, you get your Chavos, your DeMott, and Maven, but there's a lot of
star power,
big names or guys that are going to be big stars.
Yeah, you don't know. Tombstone to Brock. And Faust, this is what I have made mention of to you on a prior show, and I'll show it to you for reaction.
Bush?
We have albino Bush, Faust.
I didn't see it when I was watching.
Now I have to find the albino Bush picture.
Oh, boy.
Here you go. Ready?
Yep.
Let's see. Where am I? It's right under the rope. Right there. You see the hairs?
Oh.
You see the hairs? So if you go back, it's there. Let me lower the...
Coming out the side.
Yeah. So it's shooting out the sides.
I see.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that, Faust.
Too bad Manscaped's not a sponsor of this
and to get rid of that albino Bush, choose Manscaped. Using a shower and everything. Okay, Tombstone Brock, we see the Bush. Taker takes out Batista. Taker teams with Kane, but chucks him out, which I've never understood. It's like you should have went just one-on-one with your brother after you're done. Why wouldn't you team up? Kane's never beaten him, but he can't. He's afraid to fucking get Kane around him. Batista comes back with a chair, so Taker's busy with him, facing him. I love that they're all oblivious. Oh, I'm just gonna turn my back. I've never done this before in my life.
Exactly.
And Brock gets up, chucks out Taker. Brock wins. Taker does good guy stuff. He goes in there and says, "You get the title. You get the title." Yeah, you have my stamp, my mushroom stamp of approval.
I'm not passing the torch. I'm just giving you my approval.
This is the one that I told you Billy fucking picked out when he goes. I was saying something about this one. He goes, "Oh, that's the end of that is Taker and Brock," and I go, "How the fuck do you even remember? What's wrong with you?" Brock goes on to do a shooting star press and kills himself later this.
Oh my God! Yeah.
And that is your Royal Rumble 2003. What do you have for me?
Some of these I went over already. Sean, first person to enter number 1 and be eliminated first.
Wow. Okay. He has a lot of records.
So I wrote down this note like when I was doing my research ahead of time so I could keep an eye out for it. When Chris Nowitzki got concussed when Edge mistimed the double drop kick he did with Mysterio.
Oh, was that what he did? Yeah.
They both go up.
Mysterio he lands on his head.
Exactly.
There you go.
So Edge lands on Nowitzki's fucking head.
And caused fucking rebel rousing for the rest of everyone's...
He eventually retired and began his concussion research, including starting the Sports Legacy Institute.
And he got Benoit's brain, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned
Good
Jamal
Lord.
Earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, see, this is some of the shit when I'm doing the research, I write a note and then double check to see. Because they say, JR mentions Jamal had gone after his brother Rikishi. He doesn't say brother.
Oh.
He says brethren.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's similar. But
yeah, you're a Samoan.
Family. First time
I never heard that before, ever, that they were brothers. Never, until fucking last week.
Really?
Never knew it. I was like, it's his brother? His real brother? No clue. I know that... No, I think he talked about Yokozuna that paid for his bills or something, paid for his fucking electric bill when it was fucking out. But did he too?
What's his real name?
Eki.
Yeah, because I always hear the Usos would talk about Uncle Eki.
See, I hear that too, but fucking all related. Yeah, how the fuck knows what they're talking about?
Big Oos. First time an entrant beyond number 27 won the Rumble. Brock was number 29.
Yeah, that makes sense because I'm like, 30 or 29. If you're Brock and Taker, fuck you.
Yeah. Brock, the youngest one to ever win the Royal Rumble at age 25. Previous youngest was Yokozuna at 26.
Wow.
Jericho had the most eliminations with 6 and was in the Rumble the longest, 38 minutes, 54 seconds.
That is your breakdown of the Royal Rumble 2003. If you want to hear all these shows, and we got them in the can for you, if you come over to patreon.com/Lingus Mafia, we're in the middle of this every day until the new Royal Rumble comes out. You got a long time to go, so sign up now. Patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. I'm Kev.
$5 a month. And I'm Faust.
We'll see you tomorrow if you're on Patreon.